Mary Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo, and in today's Vlogmas, we are going to talk about cards. I remember growing up how we used to get lots and lots of cards from family members and friends. I grew up in Florida, and my mom and dad are originally from Colorado, so we didn't really get to see a lot of our relatives very often. But one of the ways we connected was through Christmas cards. But you know what? That has kind of become a thing of the past, and it kind of makes me sad. I used to enjoy getting all the really neat cards and looking at them and reading what was going on in people's lives. And then we went through this time period where people were still sending cards, but they were also sending these long messages about what was going on in their family. I was one that did that, and I just think it got to a point where it was just too much, and so now people don't really send cards anymore. I'm really sad. I'm actually one of those that doesn't send them anymore either. But you know what? With this year, 2020, with all the social events that we are not going to be able to go to, I think more people just might be sending out cards. I kind of hope so. I'm actually planning on sending a few cards myself. But I wanted to show you some cards that I'm actually going to do for those special people. Not to say everybody's not special, because they are. But I'm talking about like my parents and my sisters, people like that. I would like to send them something just a little extra special. But first, let me show you some special cards I've gotten from some friends and family. Look at this happy birthday card. I got this past year from a really close friend of mine. She likes to make cards, and every year I get these really cool cards from her. Let me show you in the middle here. It's one of my favorite cards, flamingos. And here's another card she did. I think this was last year. Very simple, but yet it's something that I like to keep. And I'm going to show you how you can make these cards just using old cards and scrap paper and other things that you might have around the house. I want to show you one more card though. This one here is a very special card. This came from my son and his wife. She is very talented. She drew this on her little tiny phone with her finger. I could never do that. Anyway, let me show you what I'm doing here. So I have got some cardstock, and I like the natural color. And I just folded it in half. And actually I folded it in half, cut it, and then I folded it in half again. Okay, because I think this is like a 8.5 by, what size are these? 8.5 by 11. And then I took a cutter, one of these, and just rounded off the edges. Clip, 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 clip. And you don't have to do that. I had that, so I used it. And then there was this one card I was looking at that I really liked. I already started it here. But it said, on the outside, it said, every day's, holidays, all the days. And then when you opened it up, it says, that's when I can't read it backwards. That's when I'm grateful to have you in my life. I really love the message here. So I cut this out in the middle, and I'm trying to figure out, do I want it this way or do I want it this way? I think the first thing I need to do is to figure out how these words are going to fit. I'm going to cut these out, and then I shall return. So I decided I would do it this way because that's how the words fit on here. They didn't really fit this way, and I wanted all the words on here. Now I had to cut them the way I did. At first I was just going to cut the strips of words, but we got all these little curly cues that I wanted to keep in there. And so I just kind of free-formed cut it, give it some interest there. And so I'm going to glue it on like that. And then inside, I really liked this I don't know if you could see how it sparkles and all the leaves and all. I really like this a lot, and had little tiny snowflakes here. And so I cut it to fit the inside here. I had to trim it a little bit. I used this little corner rounder, and let's see if it goes this way. Anyway, I will glue this in here and then put the little message inside. And then, I don't know if I'm going to use these or not, but out of this glitter paper, I have a snowflake cutter. One of these, it's just a little cutter. And so I cut several snowflakes. And I am going to put those all together. So let me see if all this will fit. And I'll show you the finished product. I'm all finished. I like the way this turned out. It's very simple. Every day's holidays, all the days. That's when I'm grateful to have you in my life. And you could just sign it right here. If you had a little message, you could put right here. And then on the back, I actually put my initials, TLC, put a little snowflake back there. Now, what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to actually put it under something heavy, maybe some books, so it will dry and flatten out a little bit. I'll do that here in a little bit, but I wanted to give you some more ideas with some cards I have. It's like this old card here that I got from one of my cousins several years ago. You could cut all this out and maybe use it as a board around your card. I was thinking to just cut this little snowman out here and put it on a little card, and I could cut out some snowflakes to put around him. And sometimes you can look inside and see what the message was and maybe just use that. Or you could cut it out and put it on there, kind of like what I did with the card that I just made. Some of my most favorite cards are these fun tropical ones. Isn't that fun? Look at that. Merry Christmas. That's where I want to be at Christmas. None of this snow stuff. Don't like that. This, we could cut out a stocking, or maybe cut them all out and put them on a card. How about this? Wonder. This would be really nice. Or you could just use maybe a letter if you wanted to, or just the ornament. There are so many different things you could do with these cards. Let's see if I can find, like, look at this, ho, ho, ho. You could cut out ho, ho, ho and do something with that. This one right here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this plate of cookies out. And then I might, let's see, it says, have a sweet holiday. Here's to a sugar-coated holiday sprinkled with laughter and love. And this was from my mother-in-law a couple of years ago. And I could use these, this little saying on a card and just rework it. Something like this. This was from my mom. You could cut this part out and just use it. One last one. You could cut the joy out. Wishing you peace and joy this holiday season. Anyway, I hope you try this. You don't have to do it just for Christmas. You could do it for any time of year. I keep all my cards. I have a big old bin that I keep them in, and I recycle them and make people cards, their Christmas cards, birthday cards, anniversary, wedding, just whatever. Even just a, hey, how you doing card. So that's it for today's Vlogmas. I need to go and work on some more cards. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. And please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Click on that bell for notifications. And we'll see you next time. This is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo signing out for now. Bye-bye.